If you would like to say goodbye to dry, tasteless chicken breast once and for all, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I am going to guide you through my favorite technique for amazingly juicy chicken that is packed with flavor and that gets cooked in just a couple minutes. It's actually super easy and fantastically delicious. The cooking technique is super simple, so before we jump into that, let us talk chicken. Now, for the best chicken breast recipes, I would always recommend, number one, finding the best quality chicken that you can get your hands on, and number two, always going for skin on chicken breast. And I know what you're going to say. You may be the type of person who appreciates the fact that boneless, skinless chicken breast is very lean, very low fat, and by having the skin on there, you're just adding a bunch of extra calories and some extra fat that you don't want in your diet. And to that I say, trust me, we will do away with it, but we'll get to that at a later point. You still, I would say, want to start with skin on chicken breast. You'll see what I mean in a second. And that's kind of all there is to it for the chicken. What I would recommend is patting these very dry with paper towel and optionally let them come to room temperature for 10-15 minutes before you're going to cook them. That's it. That's your chicken. We've covered the chicken. Before we get into the cooking, we are just going to talk for a quick minute about pans. Now, this technique requires sauteing, and sauteing requires a sauté pan, or a frying pan, or a skillet, whatever you want to call it. I would definitely recommend a cast iron or a carbon steel skillet, but as you can see, mine is a little rusty because one of my gas burners is out of commission, so we're going to set this aside for now. And a bunch of you probably don't even have this anyway, so just forget about it. Next, you probably definitely have a non-stick pan. This is just like an aluminum pan with a Teflon coating. It is good, it'll do a good job, but I prefer a little bit of a thicker, sturdier pan for something like chicken breast, but this will do in a pinch if this is all you've got. But for today, no. Today, we are using my good friend, the stainless steel skillet. Feel free to watch my pan video for recommendations, but I absolutely love this pan. I absolutely love this pan. It has really good heat retention, it is very easy to clean, requires very little maintenance, and a lot of people may have something similar. And you don't have the foolproofness of having a non-stick coating. And a lot of people may be like afraid that we're going to have skin that comes in contact with the pan. It's going to be fine, trust me. So yeah, we've selected our pan, we have found our chicken, and let's get cooking. Start by liberally seasoning the chicken breast with a good pinch of salt. Be sure to season both sides really well. If you see the salt pulling out any moisture, be sure to give the chicken a last little pat with some paper towel. Once you are ready to cook, preheat your oven over medium heat, and once it's nice and hot, add a good splash of oil and make sure it coats the bottom of the pan evenly. Once the oil is nice and hot, carefully lay the chicken breast away from you, skin side down. You can add a little bit of light pressure here to make sure that the skin makes really good contact with the pan and you get nice browning. Something I love to do to make my life much easier here is to use a meat weight, or my preferred cheaper alternative, the lid of a pot. After about 3 to 4 minutes, once the skin is nicely browned, you can flip the chicken over without any fear of it sticking. At this point, if you want the no-fuss, quick, healthy version, you can go ahead and place your pan inside the oven for 5 minutes, and you are done with your cooking. But I am here to show you how to make the most delicious version of this chicken breast, and for that, we will be adding butter. While your butter is melting away and starting to get foamy, you can go ahead and add a really good bunch of thyme leaves as well as a few garlic cloves. I love to use these small cloves that I find really annoying to peel for other applications. They are great for adding flavor here. Let your aromatics infuse in all of that foamy butter, and then you can go ahead and push your chicken to one side of the pan, give it a little bit of a tilt to pool the butter, and baste lovingly over your chicken skin. You can even place your aromatics on top of the chicken and just baste over it like some flavor waterfall. I don't know what to say. Once the butter has browned a little and the chicken looks good and beautiful and brown, I'm going to flip it skin side down and place it in the oven for 3 to 4 minutes. If you have larger chicken breasts, you can cook this for a couple minutes longer. Just make sure that once you pull it out and you check the temperature of your chicken, you are above 65 degrees and you're good to go. Wait for a couple of minutes for the chicken to rest, and then you can go ahead and serve immediately. If you want to present these a little nicely, you can go ahead and slice the breast through the center. This will reveal the beautifully cooked insides, and you'll also be able to season the center of the meat with a little bit of salt. If you want a little neater presentation, you can also cut a little bit of the opposite end so that the meat stands up nicely. And here we have our beautiful, beautiful chicken. Perfectly cooked, beautiful, nice crispy skin. If you want the skin a little bit crispier, I would recommend drying this out in the fridge overnight and maybe giving it a little more time to render inside of the pan. The skin's really nice, but if you want like really beautiful, crispy, shiny skin, you might want to take a couple extra steps. This is like the quick and dirty, but delicious chicken recipe. As you can see, everything is nice and juicy and beautifully browned, and now the only thing that's left to do is taste. Beautifully tender. Hey, it smells good now. Yeah, so it's super delicious. For those of you who are like, oh, I want it a bit healthier, obviously you can do away with all the butter melting inside of the pan. That was totally extra. That was more for me and for those who are like flavor first rather than health first. But if you do want the sort of like healthier version, I would still recommend cooking it on the skin because it like protects the breast meat, keeps it nice and juicy, keeps it moist. And then at the end, this is what my mom used to do when she'd make like roast chicken as a kid. You just peel off the skin. You just peel it off. Obviously give it to somebody in the family who appreciates the chicken skin. Hi. My little baby. But yeah, that's kind of like the healthy alternative if you want. Also, a lot of people are probably going to ask about like a pan sauce. That's not really what this video is here to cover, but what you can do, and what I do love serving the chicken with, you can either like brush it on, or you can just like, oh, all those beautiful, delicious pan drippings. Where's my good little beak? Hi. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something in this video. If you like this, you might want to try some of my other chicken recipes here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Say bye. Say bye to the nice people. Bye, nice people. Come, let's give you some of your own snackies, huh? Yeah, come. Stop trying. Love you.